Well, now I am the Kal Kat sitting in the chair, here to discussing the talking pointless. This is going to be a quickie, I guess. There's nothing new on the... well, there's a few new talking pointless things, I guess. This would be on the same channel. But the... well, first of all, the Channel Awesome thing, they're still around. And some of them came back, and some of them did a bunch of them starred in a review of Justice League, in which some of the ones that were allegedly left them came back and were in the episode. They're just there. They were in the, and they also did It too. They did It Part 2, and then they did Justice League. So a bunch of the original content people came back to Channel Awesome. So the only thing Mark's Cards objects to is that about Channel Awesome is that the guy liked Secret of Nim 2. Other than that, but if they got rid of the bad guy, then fine. So yeah, well, the internet is all abuzz this week, but not about there aren't very many news stories to report on, but this one is weird. Apparently, the FTC used the what is this act? The COPPA Act, the Child Protection Agency something or other act, which was in '98. It goes with the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It's part of it. I was reading up on it, watching videos of people freaking out, including Mgo the Freaking Geek, one of our subscribers, one of our associates there, indirect subscribers, somebody I subscribe to, in other words, and a bunch of other people complaining about this the act. Apparently, it isn't the act they're complaining about. It isn't the child protection law they're complaining about, or the bot generator. It's that YouTube decided, okay, well, instead of trying to fix the bot generators that were gearing content toward children and unfairly giving content toward creators that didn't really deserve it, instead of that, they went after the creators themselves and told them, all you guys by 2020 need to state that your channels are either channels geared to children or not, if you monetize in AdSense. I don't know how that fixes the bots, because as Mark's Cards pointed out to me, the reason that they put that up, well, the reason they got in trouble was that they were flooding bots of inappropriate other channels were like overseas and stuff, making these bot generators and content bot generators in your little form feed thing were geared toward children and weren't supposed to be, because they were not appropriate. So there were like these inappropriate bots that would say like, oh, this is a kid video, and it was like, it was actually a horror video or something gross, or it was not geared to children. So instead of fixing that, instead of going after these weird bot generator things and saying, oh, we're gonna just flag them, close each individual bot generator down, which would be easier, they complained to the content creators and told them to do that themselves, to police their own channels, to go either say their channel was for kids or their channel was not for kids. Now, I set up the channel, the Kal Kat, the videos, Weird Kitty 07, which airs the Talking Pointless on occasion, and a lot of movie reviews. I said it's not for children. I also said that that On Location Cat, the other reviews channel, and the Kal Kat Show is not for children either. Never really was, so okay, it's not. So put it in the ad thing that it's not. The Chimera channel is not really for children. The Chimera one. The weird, the Freelance Kitty 14 doesn't really have hardly any videos. The Kitty Key channel has a few videos geared toward ripping the Jungswood cult, COL cult, the Kitty Key channel that's associated with, indirectly. They don't have any new content, it's old. But I've set that up so, no, this is not for kids. So all of my channels are not for kids. There's another 2, but they don't have any content. There's 5 channels, and I have at most at any given time a few hundred subscribers anyway. I mostly subscribe to other people. I have lots of subscriptions to other people. I've noticed but that they've cracked down on a lot of the bot generator stuff. I've noticed that I used to have thousands of subscribers last year, but it went down to 700, and then it went down to 80 in some of the channels. 80 people. Yeah, so I've seen people like disappear from my channel. If I was making any money, which I'm not, I would not be getting any revenue. I would be making, if I had AdSense, and I don't. Yeah, there's, like many of the other YouTube content creators, have gone out and gotten other sources of income to pay for their channel. I never had. I wasn't making any money on the channels, so I don't need to worry about AdSense ads. I don't like extra ads on my channel anyway, so I wouldn't want content bots popping up saying, "Oh, you have to watch this hyper right-wing channel because you went there once," or you have to watch this 15 other channels devoted to why Star Wars 8 wasn't cool or something because you went there once. Yeah, those are annoying. I don't like those bot generators. I don't like that. Mgo the Freaking Geek was talking about he's a reviewer, does Transformers reviews, similar to how I do video reviews. Similar channel. Some of his ad revenue is from YouTube. It's not just Patreon like the channel Awesome. It's just mainly Patreon. But I'm not Patreon. But he was complaining about COPPA. There's a discussion in his studio. Get to see him in person talking about it. So I'm going to chime in. I got no pony in the race, like no dog in the race. But it does suck that they've decided to crack down on the content creators when it's not them. YouTube screwed up. YouTube should pay for it. I can say that because it's been at least 8 years since I had anything to do with YouTube. Actually, yeah. So that was back in the day, in the early days of YouTube, when I knew of some people that actually worked for YouTube and Google before they merged, and then they merged. And then they were over 40, and then they got let go. Yeah. So, but back in the day, early version of the On Location Cat channel and the other one were powerful enough to bring such channels as Dove-tastic Microwave Theater back from obscurity when he got in trouble once. We weren't able to do it again for him because we didn't know the people anymore. But back in the day, around 2011 or so, 2012 or so, yeah, those trolls did not like that either. They tried to flag our channel. They took out one of them, but we got it back. Just recently, after a long dealing with 2011 channel that had been hidden for years. We got it back. It took 8 years to get that channel back. But we kept the old content that was there. We just said, But as for Dove-tastic, we couldn't get him back. Been totally flagged out of existence. But he's got a Patreon version of it, so he's okay with it. He's got his own extra website. But yeah, he was one of the associates. But we didn't know him. He was a subscribed to the channels. Yeah, there's a lot of other channels that have gone by the wayside. I wonder what. Yeah, it's like these other channels that are like gamer channels. What are they gonna do? I mean, that kind of sucks for them because little kids play those games. They're always on there. Yeah, what if there's a guy reviewing Fortnite or something? Call of Duty, Black Ops or something. Was it Fallen Jedi Order is the new one? Fallen Order, like that. Of course, yeah. And Fallout 76, but that sucked. But yeah. So all you really have to do to get around this bot issue thing, apparently so far, is if your channel isn't geared toward children, then just mark it not geared to children. In the settings, just go in there and say it's not a kid channel. It doesn't mean that it's restricted. It doesn't make it not. It doesn't make it an NC-17 channel or make it adults only channel. You don't need to do that. It doesn't do that. What it does is it says, okay, it's not for little kids. Technically, YouTube shouldn't be for anybody under 13. I can see the FCC's reasoning here because, like, they really shouldn't be on there. I mean, it's not really. And the other reason they're doing it is because they want to have a YouTube Kids channel separate from it. They want to have like a whole, and they want to separate it, kind of like Facebook tried to do and failed. Oh yeah. But yeah, so they could have that too. That's another reason they want to make money on the content people. They don't want to have it all be free. But as soon as a lot of these channels become a pay site, people will leave. It's happened to Blip. You know, they're like, oh, it'll make you pay for it. It's like, no, bye. People will go somewhere else. So yeah, if the ad bots are hyping up your website, then it's not really a true barometer of your analytics, from what I understand. So yeah. Yeah, so if your website suddenly has 10,000 hits for a video because there's an ad bot in there somewhere that you know about, yeah, that's not a really viral video at all. That's really a video that got bots stuck to it. Yeah, so don't do that. Anyway, so but do whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm not a lawyer or anything. There's a couple of lawyers online. We'll listen to them. But most of them want to have people sign a petition. I don't know about that. Just follow their guidelines, and if you think you're going to lose monetization, then get a Patreon account or some other form of revenue, and just have your channel existing. This is from somebody that's been on YouTube since 2009. Well, 2007 if you count production. Very beginning. When it was a ghost town, and now it is again. But yeah, well, yeah, the ad bots are annoying. Recently, there's a bunch of extra reviews from. Although sometimes you come across something cool, like the Brandon's cult movie review site, which is similar to ours. But he gets around some of the copyrights by playing. Really old, obscure movies that don't have any copyrights on them. So some of them do. When you like, oh darn it, they flagged me. But yeah. So it's like my recent review of Frozen 2. Well, they flag that for they say, oh, that's a kids movie, therefore it's geared to children. And I'll say no, it's an adult reviewing a kids movie. So no, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not monetized. Anyway, so. Yeah, yeah, none of my stuff is really, I mean, it's kid friendly, but it's not for them. They can watch it, but yeah, they probably shouldn't watch any of those Mousetrap Project stories. Those aren't kid friendly. Teenagers probably will, right? Yeah, I'm not scared of any. But yeah, but yeah, yeah. It's a gray area they're trying to mess with. Anyway, so that's talking pointless. Talking about the COPPA laws. COPPA. The COPPAs. Oh boy. Yeah. So if I'm gonna this particular video, I'm probably gonna disable comments because I'm sure I'll get annoyed comments. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.